Immigration would mean a surefire way into our minds as Americans to achieve intellectual property and really defeat the competition, which I so hate, and achieve goals in an uncanny manner where you are really uncomparable by many other nations. Now, this intellectual property that immigrants really seek out for and wish for the best is known as politics. And by that I mean the politics talk about anything or filibuster about anything, and the immigrants down at the regular citizen level come down through to the political ideation and have these agendas really compromised, and they'll take into this compromised factor of intellectual property and they'll say, yeah, we're going to do that exact thing that the politicians say so that we have a bright future. Politics can be taken benevolently or malevolently. So let's talk about how an immigrant can take it to a whole new perspective and take any malevolent or benevolent political agenda and turn it into their favor, including buying some time for some permanent residency. Here, look in this example, you can see that immigrants could take this specific ideation about or political agenda about birthright citizenship and take it to a whole new promise that they'll complete the jobs that have been not completed by American citizens, and they'll do the jobs themselves. They can commit to feminism that lobbying feminists have already lobbied about, such as the 4B movement. The 4 Bs. No dating, no sex, no marriage, no childbirth. Now we can have immigrants come in and take this 4B movement into fruition because it promises so much money somewhere in the future that their children will support this idea, because the Americans who will support the 4B movement will also be really interested in the 4B movement themselves. Thusly, immigrants who also vote and support the cause through energy will help this movement grow and be standardized in regular politics and regular society of North America. Thus, immigrants have come to a great conclusion that this malevolent or benevolent factor of politics has been a success. Immigrants are good and all, but what is in today's system that makes immigration a ruling that they must be ousted? Well, it's because they don't have any resources. In New York City, you can see that the resources that they have accumulated or have expended so far has been about $1 billion. $1 billion that could have been used for crypto or any other schooling educational opportunity that we could develop for our children for a better future and easier access. Although the competition that these children have delivered once they get out of college is getting rid of you from your job. However, it's better that they stay in school because of the terrible atrocities that usually uneducated or educated people commit to throughout the year once they find out that they're unable to achieve their goals. If you stay connected to your goals, you might as well stay connected to your news channel, but the news channel really does talk about crime most of the time because that's all that's going on. So if you are just like me, then you probably never watch television after the age of 10. That way you probably understood that the news is just a big headache, that you understand that there's crime all over the place and you should be paranoid for and watch your backs all the time. Fortunately, the global politics and the government level news that really cater to our lives and give us the foundation to our basic democracy and society or republic or even communist party has come down to a few events throughout the world or throughout the day. Throughout the world, this one event such as artificial intelligence, in this case DeepSeek, has taken advantage of the entire planet, and now that's the news. For this entire agenda, for the entire day, that's the news. That's pretty good. Immigrants from all across the world come and they try to get a great opportunity in the United States of America. So with that, if you know an immigrant, then you probably could vouch for them and say that, hey, this immigration policy could really be uplifted and you could become a citizen so long as I vouch for you. And here is the I-29 vouching and I-130. They want better education for their children, but their nations have given them such atrocities that to live for that they bring into the USA. Now no one wants to even teach them. Additionally, the USA is competing, so that's probably going to mean that these countries are never going to achieve the financial literacy or the financial capability that the USA has because they're competing, which is why I hate competition so much. The reasons of competition amount to the amounts of infinite possibilities for reasons of crime that these people have committed to, even though they are immigrants and have abandoned their lives. It's to see as if they have abandoned their lives because they know it's detrimental to even continue their lives back at home, and they started a new life here to find out that they won't be dealt with such beneficial cards to them because it's so difficult to even achieve success here in the USA itself. If they survive the cut, then they'll be professionals at least. They'll be a part of the great beneficial factor of socioeconomic successes and political agendas and politics for the greatest nation in the world to have these multiple groups of people living in one city to talk about anything in the future that needs to be dealt with swiftly, quickly, or benevolently or malevolently. In this case, malevolently won't even be a factor. Well, that's about it about immigration, because immigration is such a difficult obstacle. Everyone needs to be a part of the great successes the USA has, but there's not enough resources. Although the land is enormous, there's not enough houses, because the way the USA is designed is to have highways everywhere you go and have houses that are disconnected, unlike New York City, which houses are corrected because they have the connection in other cities like that, but you can't find that everywhere, unfortunately. If you do like this video, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.